one of the things I was going to ask you about this. So, what was the motivation to actually start writing this book on soulmates? Was it because of the work that you do as in past life regression?
Partially, but it was because someone really close to me came to visit over Christmas and said that his wife had left him because she was reading about soulmates and twin souls and decided he was neither. So she thought, I'm not going to waste any more time with you. I'm going to go out and find my soulmate. And she left him, and he was devastated by it. And, he said to me, well, this soulmate stuff's a bunch of you know what. And I thought, ouch, because he knew that this was the field that I worked in. And so did she. So I was a little disappointed that she didn't first come to me because I could have set her straight about what a true soulmate is, because she had this idea, which a lot of people do, that it's this romantic partner who's going to make you feel whole and bring this total joy and happiness into your life. And guess what, people? That's not the case at all. So I thought I've had my own soulmate and cellmate experiences, and I wanted to sort of incorporate my own story within the book a bit. Uh, so I was kind of, resolving some of my own issues as I was helping to share with other people what some of the leading experts in the field have said about soulmates. And so it's about soulmates and twin souls and cellmates as well. So,
Yeah, that was,
and
I had to laugh about that. I'm just like, yeah, I think I had a few cellmates. And, it's interesting.
mhm,
There was so much and misconceptions about soulmates. And that's one of the things I wanted to clarify because we do have this vision of soulmates is that romantic relationship that we're all
right,
craving. We're yearning for this other part of us to make us whole, and we sometimes miss
yeah,
that. So, from
right.
your definitions, maybe we can just start defining it. So this way, the listener and somebody's watching the video, what is a soulmate from your perspective?
It's really just someone with whom you've had a past life connection. So, it's not limited to male and female relationships because you can have a soulmate relationship with another woman or another man, the same sex kind of relationships. So it can be your parents, it could be your siblings, it could be your children, it could be any relative you might have, it could be your colleagues at work, your teachers, your friends, anybody that has been with you in a prior lifetime. Because we travel together as a soul family, as a pod. And the same souls that are with you today have been with you since the beginning of time, since we first incarnated on Earth. And so, but we change our roles and we change our genders in each lifetime, depending on what we need to work on for ourselves and how we can be of assistance to the soul that we're coming in with, in terms of helping them achieve their soul's purpose this time around.
Yeah, it's almost like we're like cosmic travelers traveling in a group and we're on this tour and it's like, hey, let's next stop Earth. Let's hang out there. Let's see what's
Yeah,
happening.
exactly.
Yeah,
Exactly.
because I've always been fascinated about this because even in my own work, I've seen people ask the questions, is this person my soulmate? And invariably, I would always like to say, yes, they are, but not in the same context as what you would think. Because they are so many, because they're if you think about like you were saying, like we're this big group of people. So there could be so many different people who may help you with one relationship. Could be, like you said, your
Right.
brother, could be your sister, could be your father, your coworkers. Everybody's trying to help you to get to wherever you need to learn. So almost like they're soul teachers in some way.
Exactly. Exactly. Yeah. They're companions to help you not to help you and themselves resolve some of the issues that you've come in to work on.
Yeah.
And
So
sometimes they create a lot of chaos, you know, and sometimes they are just a support system for you. So they come in all kinds of cloaks, you know.
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, because you talk about chaos. I mean, I know, because when I was reading your book, I was like, going, I can relate to that. I can relate to that person. I've had that crazy person. I've had that crazy ex-girlfriend, and it's like, how did that happen? Like, where did that come from? And I'm
Yeah.
just like the experiences. And as I look back, I was kind of like just kind of going through the Rolodex of my relationships over the years. And I was like, what? What did this happen? How did I meet this person? But I have a feeling a lot of it is predetermined. Like, how much is it predetermined coming into this lifetime?
Well, the work that I do in the pre-life planning session, the life between life session, is that, you decide what you're going to work on when you come into the earth. So you've got your little curriculum before you come to the earth school. You say, I'm going to work on this, 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 and this. And then you go and tell your soulmate, the people that have traveled with you, the souls that are with you, you tell them this is what I'm going to be working on. And then they decide, well, okay, I'm going to come in, I'll come in as your father, or I'll come in as your sister, or I'll come in as your spouse or lover or whatever, or I'll be a teacher to you. And that's how they come in with you because they know exactly what you want to work on and they're going to help you achieve that one way or the other. So it may not be the way you hope it would be, but nonetheless, that's what they're going to do. The whole thing about soulmates, one of the reasons it's so misunderstood is because I noticed when I started working on this project that I was hearing the term soulmates all over the place. It was in a commercial for paper towels. It was in the AARP magazine, there was an article about finding your soulmate. And, that's for people 55 and older. So it's like there's no age limit on finding your soulmate. So, but that's what it is. They know exactly, they know you intimately. They've known you from day one. So they know what you're working on. They know what you need to, the class that you need to pass in order to move on. And so that's why they come in with you.
Yeah. Now, part of the pre-planning stage, like how much is discussed with yourself? And then do they pull the other souls aside and say, okay, by the way, we're not going to tell Michael this. And I want you to really stir this issue that he's got on. No, we told him that we're going to work on this issue, but I want you to really work on this issue. Does that sometimes happen in the
Well,
pre-planning stage?
I don't think that they actually say to you, I'm going to work on, they know overall what you're going to work on. So say that you're working on abandonment. That's your issue, right? So at some point they're going to come in and they may abandon you because perhaps you abandoned somebody in a previous lifetime. And so to balance that out, you need to experience what that feels like and the ramifications of that. And so they may come in with that intent. You won't know that that's what they're doing. But at some point in your life, they're going to walk away and you're going to have to deal with the emotions that go with that and get that resolved so that that balances out that karma and then you can move on. So that's a simplistic way of explaining how it works, but basically that's it.
Okay. So what is the difference between like a twin flame uh, or a twin soul versus soul mate?
Well, okay, that's the other one that's misunderstood.
Yeah,
You only
that's
have one, yeah, a twin soul or a twin flame, same thing. Uh, you only have one. There's only one of them. Um, they come in with in a different body than you, obviously, so they're living a different life, but they have the same exact mission that you do. So you're both working on the same thing. So it's like a two for one kind of a deal. Now, they don't have to come in every lifetime. They don't have to be with you on Earth at the same time. They could be assisting you from spirit. So that's basically the difference. A good example for those people who know Edgar Casey.
mhm.
A good example would be Edgar Casey and his secretary Gladys Davis were twin souls because when Casey died, um, Gladys took over. Her mission was to save the readings and to continue his legacy. That's a good example of a twin soul relationship. So, and they don't, and it's very seldom, if ever, a romantic relationship because you have a mission to accomplish, and so you both come in with a strong sense of we need to do this, and let's do it. If we join together, we could get this done that much more efficiently. So that's basically what the difference is.